So
how many have I had tonight, Chris?
Like to throw it down,
Chris, how many have I had?
good.
I've had at least three
Some
double
people
shots
step
of Jameson.
Up and take
I've
it like
had
a man and then come back for a
2
little
or 3
bit more.
beers, plus 2 or 3 more here. I mean, a bunch.
I'm ready.
So yeah, I wobbled a little bit.
So
I get it.
So you could order 20 drinks in a bar, or not? They would keep serving you?
Yes. See, now I see where your expose is going. Yes, I can, because I'm able to hold my own.
We've all heard stories about someone who's been seriously hurt or even killed because of a drunk driver. And most people, rightly so, blame the drunk driver for their behavior. But most people don't realize that the bar and the bartender where that person gets their alcohol also has an obligation not to overserve people. So I'm talking to people about ways we can prevent the overservice of alcohol in Asheville and ways we can keep our community safer.
I'm Al Batego. I'm with the Asheville ABC board. I'm their chief law enforcement agent.
My name's Todd Williams. I'm the Buncombe County District Attorney.
Hi, I'm Kendra Penland. I'm the Executive Director for the Asheville Brewers Alliance.
We are the first legal brewery in Asheville since Prohibition.
The fact is that you don't know if somebody has a designated driver when they're that intoxicated, or if they're going to get a cab. You just don't know. And it's a risk that I feel no one should take, ever.
With all the bars and restaurants in Asheville serving alcohol, what's the biggest issue that arises when you're trying to educate bars and restaurants about the sale of alcohol?
Overconsumption is the big beast. That's the one that we work the hardest to try to change.
Culture in Asheville around alcohol, and it's Beer City, USA. As a district attorney, what's your experience with that culture in Asheville?
We don't begrudge anyone to have a good time here in this town. You know, there's a lot of tourism in this town. People come here to have fun. We have a great beer culture. But another part of the culture that folks who come here may not be aware of is we have one of the highest conviction rates here in the state for DWI.
One of the sad but true statistics is that 80% of sexual and domestic violence incidents involve alcohol. Now, does that mean that beer or the people that are enjoying craft beer are responsible for that? No, but what it does mean is that we have a special opportunity in the craft beer industry to be leaders.
All of our 50-plus employees here are residents of the area, and we are vested in having this place, our home, be a safe and enjoyable place for everyone. So we're responsible for our guests that come in. We take serving them responsible amounts of alcohol very seriously, and we want to see them get here, enjoy their stay, and then get home safely.
Asheville's a fun place. It's a great community. We want to keep it that way.
It's not about beer sales. It's about being part of a greater community and wanting to add to that.
So you encourage managers to pay the tip that a server would have gotten if they cut somebody off?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Is that effective?
It's poorly received.
Okay.
It's poorly received. And for the simple fact that, you know, they'll tell you that they're in business to make money.
Yeah.
And I get that. And money's a wonderful thing. It really is. I mean, we all need it to exist in life. But we also need to do the right thing.
The difference between you and me is the fact that I'm able to do these tricks. I train myself to do sobriety tests every day. When I get drunk, I'm an alcoholic. I drink every f***ing day. I can drink so much more than everybody else around me that nobody knows. And they can sit there and say whatever they want to, but I mean, it is what it is.
You joked at a party, you made the funny faces people like, and you stay.
I've been that knock at the door, unfortunately, at 4 o'clock in the morning to ease some mother down to her knees because her life has just changed forever. And I have to tell you, the weight of that, it makes goosebumps on my arm. It hurts, man. It hurts. The impact of that never goes away. Her life will never be the same. The life of all the people that she loved and the loved one that was lost will never be the same. And it was preventable. It could have been avoided.
You know, when you become a bartender or a server and you are responsible for serving people alcohol, it is not to be taken lightly. And we have a responsibility and a job. So when we cut you off or we tell you to slow down or you've had too much to drink, we're really just doing our job.
The law in North Carolina says that a bar cannot serve alcohol to someone that they know or should know is intoxicated. How does a bar know someone is intoxicated?
Everybody knows what someone who's drunk looks like and acts like. Not to mention that as they're serving this person, they're watching this change take place.
What bartenders need to be mindful of here in this community is with some of these microbrews, folks may be drinking beer that is unlike anything that they've drunk before. 7, 8, 9, 10, sometimes 11% alcohol. You know, you might be good to drive after 2 Budweisers, after 2 10% beers. You may not be. Alcohol by volume, you know, it's something to be very mindful of. And, you know, bartenders, I just served him 2 beers. Well, if you served him 2 11% beers, you can't serve the third one.
The law in North Carolina is that if you have a liquor license and you overserve someone, if that person goes and hurts somebody, that bar or restaurant can be held responsible for damages or injuries or whatever happens. Absolutely. Why do we have a law like that?
We have a law like that because the product is not always distributed in a safe and sensible manner, meaning that the folks in the establishments that overserve, that allow someone to leave drunk, own the responsibility of their actions.
So it seems like a liquor license comes with certain responsibilities, where the bar, the restaurant have to have a certain level of responsibility and have a safe practice if they're going to carry a liquor license.
It's a dangerous product. It's a controlled substance. It affects a lot of people. And, you know, you say license. State of North Carolina calls it a privilege. It's a privilege to sell. Same way as, you know, we have a privilege to operate a motor vehicle. You violate the law, your privilege is removed. You violate the rules and the regulations and the state laws when it comes to beer, wine, or spirits, your privilege is removed.
Responsible use of a fun product is really what it comes down to. And I think craft beer in general is about responsible use.
Going forward, we'll just continue to do what we've always done as a beer community, which is work together and collaborate. And that just means that there are more folks involved in helping support initiatives like this, where we're serving responsibly and helping folks enjoy craft beer responsibly. So we're all around a lot longer, and our community stays strong.
We certainly hope that bars will respect that you can't sell to someone who's impaired. You just can't do that because the risks are there's an economic risk to the establishments that are downtown in Asheville, and you know, people get hurt when they've had too much to drink.
How can we possibly try to make sure that people are not leaving bars intoxicated, getting in their cars, becoming dangerous? I mean, that seems like a really difficult thing to try and monitor.
We need to work together. We can't leave it to somebody else's job. And that's what I hear all the time. It's not my job to say how much they should have to drink or if they've had too much to drink. It's your job. You've got to stand up and you've got to own it. You've got to do the right thing.
Oh, I found love. I just stumbled upon love, and I was afraid love could never be mine, yeah. Because when I thought love, I thought of being thought of, and I could never get enough till the eyes I look.
If you're a server, don't serve someone to the point of intoxication and allow them to operate a motor vehicle. It's a human thing. set the laws aside, set the statistics aside, all that other stuff that people want to throw out and complicate it. This is a human thing. We have a responsibility to everybody else that we walk the planet with to try to do the right thing, not only for ourselves, but for them. And unfortunately, over time, we've come to care more about ourselves than other people.